thing you have to keep in mind is when they're deciding on how they're going to do something like this, they've got to look at reasonable alternatives. So they look at ranges up on Anderson, they look at ranges around the island, and this is one of the areas that they looked at. When they looked at them, people here obviously are very upset if there's an effect on Pagat or if it in any way restricts their access. People in the southern part were very upset because of Lake Finian, and they didn't want to have any impacts in that area. People up on the western side of the island were very upset because it was too close to the villages, and they were afraid of the noise and the safety issues that are involved. People were upset about the one up on Anderson because that firing safety zone would go over the water, which is a recreational area and sport fishing and all that. So each area, and I didn't go through all the different issues, but each area has some trade-offs. And so the question is, can you find an area that can meet their needs as well as minimize, if any, impacts on the area that you people care about?
The land that
and when I say you people, I mean the people of Guam, the people who are here today.
You don't see any land besides what people complain about in the land that you already have, the base?
Oh no, I've gone around to the other sites as well, so that I've had an opportunity to see what it is that I'm hearing about and reading about. And this way, when I go back to Washington and I do my job, I can put things into a better perspective. Okay. Unless you see something on the ground, sometimes you don't know what questions to ask. And the hardest thing is when you're reading something that is new to you, to figure out what it is you don't know. And so when you have a chance to experience it, you begin to realize some of the things you don't know. And you begin to understand some of the questions that you have to ask. So our job is, as they're working through this process, is to make sure that they appreciate all of those considerations and that they've taken them into account in that final impact statement.
Okay. So I guess my final words would be, when you talk to everyone in Washington and you consider everything, may I ask that you take just the people of Guam and our culture in particular in consideration?
You can rest assured that that is one of the things we're taking into consideration. Now, at the end of the day, you and other people may say, yeah, you considered it, but not enough. But I start to feel more comfortable when people understand what it is we're going to do, even if they don't agree with what's going to be done. And if we can do our jobs right, then we can begin to get you to understand why it is we're doing what we're doing. And again, you may not agree at the end of the day, but at least you can understand what we're doing, just as hopefully we'll be able to understand what your concerns are and what you'd like to see done.
Sure.
All right?
Okay, great.
Thanks for taking the time to talk.
Thank you.